Greetings, Starfighter. You have been recruited by the Star League to defend the frontier against Zur and the Kodan Armada. Get ready? Prepare for blastoff.
Dear Death Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full movie podcast. And today I'm bringing you a special holiday episode, although it was like totally last minute that I decided to watch a Christmas film. But today I brought along a special guest for this Christmas movie. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Carlin, for having
Uh,
me on. I'm excited to watch
yeah, this is
Gremlins.
your second time you've been on here.
It has,
Even
yes.
though the first
Yes.
episode hasn't released yet. I'm still waiting on it. On when to
And
release it.
and that one was also you could categorize as a Christmas movie too. So this will be my second Christmas
Technically,
movie.
it was holidays, but it was like
Yeah.
nothing I mean, well, I mean, yeah, sure. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a holidays movie, but it's not a Christmas movie.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. For anyone wondering, it's the movie. What was that movie called?
Oh
The
man.
the Get Something. The movie's not very memorable. It was not. It was not good.
The Big Night. That's what it was
It's
called.
definitely not
No,
called that.
no, no, it wasn't The Big Night. It was
It was definitely
oh
not called that. Here, I can look it up right here
no.
through my stuff. But yeah, so today we are going to be watching the 1984 classic Gremlins. And growing up, Gremlins was a movie that I've always heard of. I've always kind of seen throughout trailers of different stuff from like Disney and like VHS tapes and stuff like that, but never have I been interested to watch it. I think mostly because I classified it as a horror movie, and I don't really watch horror movies. So I've always stood away from it until tonight. So what about you, Amy? You said you've seen this movie.
Oh, in my household, Gremlins is a staple Christmas movie. I watch it every Christmas, either on the eve of Christmas or Christmas Day.
Is it that much of a Christmas movie?
I think so. It definitely revolves around the holidays, and I would call it Christmas horror.
Is
I
So wait a second. So is it more of a Christmas movie than Harry Potter, or is like those are like the same type of feels it has? Because people classify
I
those movies as Christmas movies too.
No, I wouldn't say. I would say it's more than Harry Potter because Harry Potter had different stages of seasons,
Right.
and it was. The film takes place like a couple days before Christmas, and then the finale of the
Okay.
movie it takes place on Christmas Eve.
Okay. Well, thank you for spoiling the movie. So let's try to find something else to watch. No, no, I'm
I'm
joking.
sorry.
No, that's gonna be fine. So, all right, cool. Then this is totally a Christmas movie, and we can have Christmas conversations, holiday conversations, and I don't know, just talk about the '80s. I guess I had no idea this movie came out in 1984, which is, if I were to ever go back in time to a certain year to watch movies in the theaters, it would be 1984. That's for me personally.
Yes, that was a good year for movies.
Really? What came out in '84 then?
What didn't one of the Indiana Jones? No, no, Indiana Jones came out in '83. What came out in '84?
Last Starfighter came out in '84. The Terminator came out in '84.
Really, the
Yeah,
Terminator. Oh, you know what else came out with 16 Candles? If you
I
have
think that
fans, you've
came out
seen
in
that movie.
'85.
No, I bet you my bottom dollar. I know that
Okay,
that came out in
okay.
'84, and so did
Well,
the Neverending Story.
no, Neverending Story came out in 1984, July 13th, the same weekend of The Last Starfighter. So
Well, that's what I said.
you
'84.
said '85.
No, oh no, I'm sorry. Those were two disconnecting thoughts. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, 16 Candles definitely did come out in '84. So yeah, 1984 is definitely an interesting time to go to the theaters. So that's the year I would totally visit.
You could honestly argue that the decade of '80s is just a good year for pop culture and movies overall, not just '84. Even though you do have some classics in the '90s, I would argue that the '80s could probably be a better decade for movies.
See, that's an interesting point you brought up. So I do think there's crazy amounts of pop culture in 80s movies, but I'm not sure if they are necessarily it's the masses that says this is cool, this should be in this movie. I think it was just certain higher up peoples that say, let's just put this in a movie. If we say this is popular, everyone will catch on. Because there are a lot of
Mm.
stuff in these 80 movies, and I'm sure maybe once we start watching Gremlins that there's going to be a lot of stuff in this movie that I'm like, what the hell is this? Why is this even allowed in the movie? Like, for an example, I was on IMDb looking up Gremlins, and one of the characters is like Chinese boy, which, okay, that's cool if that's like, if his character legit doesn't have a name and, like, you know, if they're in China somewhere and that's how you have to describe him, that's fine. But if he has like legit speaking roles and he's like a pivotal character in the movie, yeah, that's going to be
Honestly,
hilarious.
come to think of it, I don't think they mention his name, but he does have he does have a speaking role though.
Interesting. So yeah, we're totally gonna get into that. Wow, this movie made a lot of money. Holy crap! This budget. Guess what the budget of this movie was?
What was it?
$11 million.
What? No
$11
way.
million,
For an 80s
and
movie?
it made 212 million. You could easily
You
say
know, I actually
213.
I actually met the actor who played the main character a couple years ago at a comic convention.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I would imagine they're still doing comic cons of this movie and stuff like that. It's still popular today.
Um the what is his Zach Galligan? He plays Billy in the movie. I met him. He's a very nice guy. I guess since it was an older movie, he was kind of cheap to like get an autograph with. It was only $25.
That's
So
how they
I
should
was
be.
happy about it.
Yeah.
I was happy about it. I mean, I love the movie, so I was happy to meet him.
What is with? So this is a Christmas movie. Then why did it come out June 8th?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
I don't know how there's a formula for movies being classic about being around certain seasons of holidays, and then they just do the opposite, and somehow they're just named classics. Like one of your favorite
Well,
movies, Hocus Pocus, is a Halloween movie that came out in the
that came out
summer.
in April, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it
Made
came out in
no
that
damn sense.
Well, didn't the didn't the Grinch didn't come out until like the Grinch came out in like what?
No,
September?
stop it. Let's see how
No.
the
Oh, November.
yeah,
It is
November's different.
November.
November's completely different.
Yeah, that's basically
Yeah,
Christmas.
you can totally do November. Yeah, I love the Grinch. But anyway, yeah, let's get right into this full movie, Gremlins. If you like to watch this movie along with us, is this movie on Netflix, Amy?
It is not. You actually just have to rent it, bite the bullet and rent it on either Amazon or YouTube or find a way to
Yeah, I bet
but
it's on.
it is not it's not streaming.
Okay, I bet it's on YouTube. You might as well just go check YouTube. Usually, a lot of these older classical movies, they'll usually have it for free on YouTube. And YouTube movies are starting to become more of a thing now, which I'm excited for because they have a lot of really cool stuff on there. So, yeah, let's get right into this movie. Gremlins is 1 hour and 46 minutes, and we are going to start this movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I already hate it.
Next movie.
Warner Brothers. Wow. When did you remember that Kurt Russell movie, Big Trouble in Little
Big
China?
Trouble in Little China. That came out in
It was an 80s one too. I'm not sure what
oh
time,
yeah,
but this reminds me of this.
86 I think.
Okay, this reminds me exactly of that. And that movie was totally let's just say prejudice towards the Asian community.
Yeah, I'm afraid that the 80s was definitely not friendly to a lot of communities
Well,
with
I mean,
movies.
even we were just talking about 16 Candles. That was totally
Oh gosh,
that was totally
yeah.
prejudice slash racist.
Dong, the character Dong.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's who the Chinese. That's what title. That's the little boy. That's Chinese boy.
Oh, okay. And the Goonies too, by the way. The Goonies. They made fun of their Asian character a lot, and they were fat shaming that kid a lot too.
You'll see a familiar later in the movie. You'll see a familiar face from the Goonies.
All right, I'll keep an eye open. The only face I would know from the Goonies is Sean Austin.
Oh really? Not the core. Not you never heard of the Feldman boys?
No, I don't remember who that is.
Or not Feldman. The Corey boys. You know Corey Feldman and Corey. Oh, who's the other?
Who the hell is this guy?
So the dad is supposed to be like an inventor.
That's the dad?
The father is in the hat. He's
the dad of the Chinese boy?
no, sorry. So later in the movie, you'll see his son. Like you'll see the main character Billy, and this is his father.
Okay.
No, but the little Chinese. I can't believe they didn't give him a name. The older man is his grandfather. This
Yeah,
is his
yeah,
shop.
I know that's his name in the IMDb too, the grandfather. So they live in New York?
You know, it's interesting.
Ugh,
You really actually.
there's a
It's
fucking
like one of those
spider right
movies where
there.
you really don't see. They don't give. It's an ambiguous location. They don't really tell you where they live.
Okay, so then let's talk about that. So when there's a place anywhere in America and it says, okay, we're heading to Chinatown, I guess there can be a Chinatown anywhere, right?
Right. The way that the way that the stage was set up in the movie, and particularly in Gremlins, it looks like to me like Chinatown in San Francisco.
I've never heard people talk about Chinatown in San Francisco.
Oh well, you know what? Maybe he is in New York because the little boy's wearing a New York Mets hat or New York Yankees hat.
Hmm. Well, you know, people wear
Do you see that?
people wear Yankees hats everywhere.
That's true. So, fun fact:
Okay,
the voice of the Mogwai or um, is Howie Mandel. The
Howie Mandel. Who was that again?
He's a very famous actor. If you saw him, you would recognize him. He's bald. He kind of looks like Mr. Clean.
Howie. Oh, Howie Mandel. He's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
characters from one of my favorite kid movies, Little Monsters. Yeah,
He was in Little Monsters. That's interesting.
yeah, he was the blue monster, one of the main characters.
Oh, you got to pay attention to these three rules. Keep out of light.
Yeah.
Keeping them away from water.
Okay. Okay.
And never feed him after midnight.
Never feed him after midnight. So let me get this straight. You don't put water on it. You don't bring it out in sunlight. You
right?
don't feed it after midnight.
That's right.
Why does that sound like every girlfriend? That's clearly a joke.
See, this is clearly a Christmas movie. The music, the stage, like this is Christmas time.
Why would someone purchase that? Why would someone purchase that? Hey,
Because it's cute and furry. I mean, look at him. He's adorable.
who would buy a pet knowing that you can't take it outside?
Well, it's around Christmas time. You know, that's the time where a lot of people buy, you know,
And you can't
pets.
feed it at certain hours.
But a lot of people aren't even up at midnight. That's Corey Feldman. He plays in the Goonies. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman were two actors who were very best friends in the 80s, and their most famous duo role is in The Lost Boys.
Okay. The Lost Boys? Is
Yeah.
the vampire movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Billy.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe this isn't New York.
Well, see, his father is a traveling inventor, so he's in a different city.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely more. Not saying there's not any suburbs in New York City, but
That guy needs to get a new
you know
car.
what? This might be Vermont. I'm going to say this is Vermont.
I used to have the biggest crush on Billy. I thought he used to be so cute.
This is Billy?
Yeah. The young man in the red jacket. And this is his racist neighbor.
His racist neighbor. Wait a second. I know that guy. Wait, where have I seen him from? I just watched the movie with him in it. Oh, yeah. I've recently just been showing my brother some Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and he was in an episode of Star Trek.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the so-called racist neighbor. I bet he's not even that racist.
Did you hear him go on the rant about foreign cars?
No. What did he say?
You missed it.
What did he say?
He literally was like, "See, that's why you don't buy foreign cars. You see that over there? That's American made. Those foreign
That's
cars.
not racist.
Not like right. Well,
There's a lot of people who feel that way about
prejudice.
cars. That's fine to feel that way about cars because a lot of cars are death traps.
This was written by Chris Columbus. That's the same guy who did Home Alone.
Right. Yeah. I knew that name sounded familiar. But look at that.
Oh, look at that 80s Burger King.
Talk about a franchise that completely fell off the map.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King is disgusting.
I'm surprised they're still in.
Yeah, I want to say this is like Vermont, maybe New Hampshire, somewhere it's not necessarily like maybe they have a city in their state, but not necessarily it's mostly just suburbs. Hello, she looks familiar. Wow. Who is that? That's always actresses from the 80s. You could just tell their beauty.
Here comes the cranky old lady.
Oh, well, the music kind of told me.
You could say she represents anti-Christmas with the broken snowman.
No, she doesn't like Christmas?
She doesn't like anything.
No, maybe I'll like her then. Yeah. Oh. Although that was rude, she's not really wrong there.
Well, I'm trying to wonder is how did that dog break that snowman? I think she was just trying to start a fight.
Yeah, I don't know how a dog can do that. Meanwhile, I'm still flabbergasted how beautiful that actress is.
I know she's beautiful. She didn't really do much acting after that. They did a sequel. They done Gremlins 2 and she was in that. But other than that, I didn't really see her.
Yeah, most of these 80s actresses don't really do much after. I mean, look at Molly Ringwald. Her stuff was just
Oh
mid
yeah, she
80s.
didn't.
Mid 80s. And after
Yeah,
that, she chilled.
that was it. Well, really, because they're such icon. I mean, even with their flaws, there's a lot of people still recognize them as iconic movies. I feel like she made a lot of like money off of it.
Oh, big ass lawsuit. Here it comes.
There's the grandpa from 16 Candles.
Uh, haven't recognized him. Oh shit, that's what's his face.
I know that's the guy from the Santa Claus, but he was in other stuff too.
Yeah, I don't know him from the Santa Claus. I know him from like Beverly Hills Cop. That's where he's from.
Oh, he was in Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, he was one of the cops with Eddie Murphy.
Judge Reinhold, or not? That's his name, Judge Reinhold.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
yeah, that's him.
his name is Judge. That is a nice picture.
Why would he?
He's supposed. That guy on the left. He's supposed to be like 23 years old. He looks like he's 35.
He was supposed to be 23. Billy?
No, the other guy, the guy on the left.
Judge?
Yeah.
Wait, he's.
Yeah, listen to him. Listen to him. He's about to go on a rant and he'll reveal his age. There you go.
Okay, see, right when you're telling me, he's saying it.
I'm like, how? But I guess like people back then just looked older. Like my mom she graduated in 74 and she showed me a yearbook of her senior year, and I swear half those men in that book looked like they were on their second divorce.
Well, first off, white people age a lot differently than everyone else in the world.
That is very true. We age horribly.
Me and my brother were watching an episode of Cheaters, and there was a white woman on there. She was 21 years old, and she looks like she's in her like mid 30s.
Now that also could be from drugs too.
But she wasn't on drugs. It was mostly stress.
Oh, she wasn't.
She was definitely stressed out.
I know. I'm trying to get that.
Or maybe it is drugs. I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of It's a Wonderful Life, but I will say I love Jimmy Stewart.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Wonderful Life?
Clearly that's a movie. I don't know what that is. Is that a Christmas movie?
Yes, it was a Christmas movie from the 40s. It's like one of the most iconic Christmas movies. Like it's still very pertinent today.
That's what people say. People keep saying this movie is such high regard of this and that and this and that. But yet, every movie, everyone's a nobody. Every movie has never been heard of by somebody. So,
Right, right. No, but that's just how I describe it because that's all I can think. But I mean, because I even said I'm not a big fan of it. It's like I think it's overhyped in a way, but I am a very big fan of Jimmy Stewart.
hmm. What the hell is she going to do with all the onions?
I just noticed that too.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time I've ever noticed how many onions she's cutting.
Yeah. You don't need that many onions. I'm like really trying to wonder what she's trying to make.
Oh, his dad's home from
From his from
traveling.
traveling. How so? When movies fail to give such information about their characters, I like to make it up myself as the movie goes along. I like to think he's not a traveling businessman. I like to think he has an ordinary job, but he tells his family he has to travel so he can just go out there and be a horrible husband.
Well, a lot of men used to do that though.
Yeah,
They used to say, "Oh, I'm going out of town for work," and then they would.
right. So I like to think that this present he's giving him, I think he meant to give it to his other wife from this other city,
N-
but she didn't want it.
No,
So he's going to give it to this family.
no, this guy has a genuine heart. I like the
You don't
dad.
know
He's
that.
not.
You don't know that.
No, I do know
You don't
it.
know it.
He's hardworking. He's trying to
He
be
is
a famous
hardworking. He has two
inventor.
families.
Carla, no. I love that little dog. It's so cute. It kind of reminds me of Max from The Grinch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why would you? He's like 20. How old is Billy?
Um, honestly, I'm not. I'm assuming Billy is probably a little bit like maybe had just graduated high school or like
Right,
young 20s, like not even 23 yet.
right, right. Why would he give his son this?
It's so cute.
Like full,
I'm pretty sure,
like
huh?
that. Billy is the only person providing money for this household, and maybe the dad, since we don't know what he does in his travels, right? He's the only one doing this, and this full thought for a Christmas present who brings something else in that we have to feed.
It's the sentiment.
No, it's
Look how
not the
cute he
sentiment. That
is.
doesn't make any sense.
Look how cute he is. Gizmo.
I remember these toys in McDonald's. I used to have them.
Yeah, the gremlins, or not the gremlins, the what did they call them?
Furbies?
Furbies. No, those were terrifying.
Well, they're not terrifying. They're cute until they
No,
weren't.
no, they were not cute. Gizmo's the only cute thing. I was terrified. I told my parents like when they Furbies first came out, I told them specifically, do not buy that for me for Christmas.
Because you saw Gremlins.
That yes.
See, I didn't grow up with Gremlins, so I was like, I want McDonald's every day, and I want this toy, all of them.
But can we talk about how cool the McDonald's toys were back in the day?
Yeah,
They were awesome.
they were only cool for depending on what movies were out, because that's normally what they catered to. If it was a new Spider-Man movie that was out, they had like Spider-Man toys. If they had, I remember, and it came on the movie channel today. What was it called? Not E.T., not that movie, but it was called Titan AE. Yeah, I remember they had those
Oh, I don't
toys.
remember that.
Yeah, it was an animated movie with Drew
Oh.
Barrymore and Matt Damon. But I remember they had those toys. They had like Bratz, like those dolls. Yeah,
They also had Barbie. I remember that.
Barbie. They had every Toy Story. They had any Pixar movie that came out in the early 2000s. They had toys of that.
Oh no, that's true too. And they had the Beanie Babies.
Right.
Oh, look at his hat. He's so cute. See, he can't do bright light.
How the fuck was that bright? There's no lights around. What blinded him? What a stupid pet. What am I supposed to do with it? What, I have to keep playing with it in the dark?
Oh, look at his little noises. Bright light, bright light. Bright light,
I just
bright light.
I just want to go up to people in the street and just ask them, would you like it to have a pet that you can only see at night in pitch dark? Wow, this is incredibly selfish. I can't believe that dad did this. Right? Like, who's supposed to take care of him when he's at work?
Bring him along.
Bring him along? Like
Well,
like what he
I
did to
think
his
Gizmo's
dog, and
self.
the dog bit one of his employees or one of his customers?
I think Gizmo's self-sufficient though.
How? He can't do anything. He can't go anywhere. He has to be in pitch dark.
Yeah, but I feel like he'll just entertain himself at home and just hang out and
Nope. That's how depression starts. Then you're going to be dealing with a pet that has not only crazy tendencies, but he's going to hurt himself and he's going to want to hurt others.
See, this is what I don't understand. Okay, just watch this scene and I'll explain what I don't understand. And also, who buys that many oranges? And why are the oranges on the bottom of the machine?
It seems like all these contraptions are horrible ideas. It's just so much easier to peel it. Like the egg thing, when I was making cupcakes the other day, like I have no problem with cracking and opening an egg all with one hand.
And how did that one orange make all that mess?
Right. This is an interesting sci-fi. Whenever movies don't make sense and they're trying to do things that are a little bit unbelievable and it cannot be explained in scientific,
Ew.
it can't be explained in scientific means, it's officially a sci-fi. Some of the greatest
Well, yeah.
sci-fis ever in movie history, television history, are like Sex and the City, Boy Meets World, Friends. Those are some of the greatest sci-fis ever made because a lot of that shit cannot be explained. You ever seen Sex and the City?
I kind of have. I don't know it well enough to really remember it. I mean, I just remember the characters
You,
like Samantha and Charlotte and
you know the
what
plot.
was
The plot for Sex and the City and Friends are kind of similar. The plot is a virus wipes out every minority known to man on Earth. And now white people can finally live their lives the way they want to without interruptions. And that's what the show is.
Good.
That's what it is. You look at Friends, you look at Sex and the City, these people are just living their best lives with no problems in the world.
Oh, that's Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
This is the Goonies was 1986, I think. So this is before.
No,
This
that
was
was
before he
85.
did.
That was 85.
Oh, was that okay?
Goonies was definitely 85.
Wow, he looks so much older than the Goonies.
Well, this movie did come before the Goonies, so.
Yeah, but only by a year though. I mean, he looks like a full-grown teenager in the next one.
Well, kid actors are way different. Kid actors are way different for how they grow and whatnot. Like, you look at Dakota Fanning, it looks like she's been a little girl for like 20 years.
That's so true. Uh-oh. Here once the trouble starts.
What was that?
Here it is. This is where the issues start.
Well, they should just call this Final Destination. What are these comics?
So I'm trying to figure out, where did Gizmo come from? Is Gizmo an alien? He's clearly not from Earth.
It has to be.
And now they're making more Gizmos. But see, these Gizmos, like, they have different personalities and they're more menacing. And I don't understand how that happened. Because Gizmo seems like a doll.
Oh. This is already stupid. I like how it's like deliberately they're trying to hurt him. Like when he like smacked that water out, like how the fuck did that even happen?
They're so cute.
I wish that thing would bite me.
Just throw it across
I
the
would
room.
kick the shit out of that thing so hard.
Oh, that one's sad. Yeah, Gizmo's like, these ones are creepy. See, the dad's still trying to tinker with inventions.
What a loser. Oh wait, is that what that stuff was? All those things in the kitchen, those are his inventions?
Yeah, those are all his. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no wonder everything's so shit around here.
He's a big dreamer.
Yeah, well, that doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah, you're in trouble, all right, with your finances.
So he doesn't have a job then?
He's an entrepreneur, so I don't know if he has a job.
Wow.
I think he probably sells something.
Wow. You mean to tell me this 20-year-old kid is the only person who has like an income coming into this big house, and he decided to get him a present that will force the whole family to pay more for it to feed it?
I guess so. Yeah, because I guess the mom is a stay-at-home mom.
Wow.
Oh, that
There's
was
no
still
way
pretty
she would
popular
be
in
a
the
stay-at-home
80s.
mom if she. Yeah, there's no way she would be a stay-at-home mom. He's a child. Yeah, he has. This dad has to have a second family somewhere else. He's cheating on her.
Oh, I never noticed that. They opened all the presents. Look at that. They're ruining Christmas. Oh no.
Oh, hell no.
Ew. They just spit on my dude like that? I'll kick that thing across the room.
That's literally you and your girlfriends in high school. Just making fun of people as they walk by, minding their own business. Yeah, that dad has to have a second family somewhere else. Why would he be a traveling salesperson who makes little to no money, traveling across the country, and have his wife stay at
Uh-oh.
home? That doesn't make any sense.
Now what's going on with... See, they're mean. Look what they did to my dude Barney. Why isn't Barney a name anymore? You know, you never hear about pets or people being named Barney.
Well, because Barney is such a stupid name.
Oh,
My God,
Barney!
they tried to lynch the dog.
How did they even like get those lights down like that? They're so tiny. How did they even get Barney? Oh, poor
That's what
Barney.
makes this a sci-fi.
A
You
doxicle.
mean frostbite and died? What is this contraption?
Her name is. They named her Barney, and she's a girl.
What is that supposed to do? Okay. Now
Uh oh, here comes the coffee maker.
I'm really trying to figure out what this mom's motive is.
They're just a wholesome American family, Carlin.
It doesn't make sense for this woman to stay with him if he's not doing anything.
She's staying with him because she loves him.
And she's even
Well, you
dumber
also got
than
to
she
think
is.
about the You also have to think about the culture, Carlin. This is the '80s. This is like when divorce was still very much a taboo
No, it's
thing.
not. No, it's not. People are getting divorced left and right. And you know why? You even look at that movie, Brokeback Mountain. If that wife, who is married to the gay cowboy, didn't want to stick it with him after all that, if she couldn't even do that, then there's no way that this woman can stay with this deadbeat husband. This actor's been in a lot of stuff too.
Oh, I don't recognize him.
I think he was in a different world. And he's been in a
Oh,
lot of
was
other
he
stuff. Yeah.
really?
Oh, you know what? I want to say a different world. Yeah, sure, but for a fact, he's the main police sheriff guy from 21 Jump Street in the 80s. And I love 21 Jump Street. That show is so good. Or at least the
The
first three
one with
seasons.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, the first 3 seasons, oh, so good. Johnny Depp, Holly Robinson, so good.
Oh, there he goes on his rants. Let's see what he has to say.
She out here by herself? He's being professional. I see nothing wrong with this. He's asking her a legit question. And she has like a good height to her.
Wait.
Oh my god.
That's interesting. I've never caught that before.
What did he say about Gremlins?
Gremlins, like in foreign, they put gremlins in their cars, and gremlins were what brought down the planes in World War II. Interesting.
So you mean to tell me Hitler had alien technology?
That's what he's saying.
What the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, walk home. What the hell is he? Why did you let him even get in the truck?
I thought that's what she's doing. He's clearly super intoxicated, driving a plow like that.
Yeah. Here, take my car. Don't take the plow. You could hit somebody. Yeah, this doesn't happen anymore. Carolers?
No, you can't trust anyone.
Right?
I'm like, excuse me.
Carolers might just rob you. I want to know more about this lady, not anyone else.
Oh, would then pay attention to this.
You would think that if you're a white conservative ass.
We don't know anything about Billy. He might not be conservative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, duh. Along with crime. I'm liking her even more. Interesting lighting. I remember on The Walking Dead, we were filming some episode, and they had like this snow machine just plowing like like just pounds and pounds of snow into the air, and it was like snowing, and it was like hot as hell outside.
Okay, see, that's one thing I could not tell in the beginning if they liked each other or not.
I
So
don't think they do.
now we know.
I don't think they do.
Well, he just asked her on a date.
She slick ain't shit. I changed my opinions about her, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Maybe they just had to have a romance. I don't know.
Yeah, there's that too. That's another sci-fi element they're adding into this.
He is so cute. They're both adorable. They're just so cute.
Her especially, but um, so yeah, I think I don't know. There's so much to dissect just from that little scene.
Could you imagine? All right, watching this scene with the science teacher, could you just think about the last 40 years of science, and how much has changed? Like, honestly, being a science teacher back in the 80s, it almost seems like useless because everything we knew back then is just thrown out.
Knock it unconscious next time. Jesus. What is this? There better not be a spider in there.
Oh, he's so cute.
If there's one thing to take away from this movie, is the puppeteer. The puppeteering is pretty cool.
They just don't do puppeteering like this anymore.
No, there's no need. No, it's CGI. Puppeteering is expensive. It's hell expensive.
I am sure it is. Have you ever been to the puppeteer or the puppet Atlanta Puppet Center?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's really good. I recommend it.
I bet.
Who has a random plate of fried chicken in their fridge?
That's like not covered.
That's not covered. That's definitely a white person thing. Yeah, Gizmo's just like, ew, you guys are repulsive. They ate everything.
Okay, but not like it's past midnight though.
See, Gizmo's a good boy. He knows not to.
Fuck,
He's like, no.
fuck Gizmo. He's so high maintenance. He didn't want that chicken. He like he's too good for it.
Yum yum. See, when I'll have to explain later in the movie that's the scariest gremlin to me. That used to give me nightmares hearing the yum yum.
But he didn't even feed it. You're just gonna keep it there?
No, pay attention. Didn't you pay attention? He's eyeing that sandwich.
Yeah, but the scientists didn't even feed him. That's like keeping a dog overnight, and you're like, all right, well, I hope he's still alive tomorrow because I still have tests to run. I'm not gonna feed it. I'm not gonna give it water or anything like that.
He's just like,
Still not past midnight though, so everything should be fine. the hell is that?
Uh-oh. Here it goes. Those are the mogwai.
Those
They
cocoons?
turned. Yeah, they're in their cocoon phase.
Oh, that's perfect. Get them outside.
Kill them with fire. If I saw that in my room, I would. All right, now pay attention, Carlin. This is a very important moment.
You keep saying that, and then you keep talking.
Plot twist! They rigged the time. They rigged the clock. They ate after midnight.
How would they rig the fucking clock to make sure they eat over midnight? How they don't know how to tell time.
Apparently, they do.
Apparently, they do not know how to tell time.
That's why. That's why they're in their cocoon phase. They ate after midnight.
That doesn't make any sense, though. That doesn't make any sense, though. If that were to happen, then they just happen to eat over midnight. I don't think they're smart enough, or unless you're telling me these living organisms.
Carlin, did you not see that? Did you not see them like chew the wire? The wire was chewed. Who do you think did it?
I'm saying, I'm sure they chewed the clock. I'm not sure they are smart enough organisms to say, hey, he knows not to feed us over midnight. Let's chew the clock so we know it's over midnight. I'm pretty sure they don't have a grasp on space and time, how space and time affects where they live. Right?
But that's what they're implying, though. They're implying that they're smart enough to do that.
Okay,
Didn't you see them conversing in the box?
Okay, so if this film is saying that, then that means these creatures do not only know how to tell time, but they know simple mathematics. That's the point I'm trying to get at.
It's uh-oh, here they come. See, now it's Christmas Eve.
Where the hell is he?
I would not.
All this wife is missing is just one best friend. And that one best friend's going to tell her, your husband ain't shit. And she's going to leave him.
I feel like I've seen Mrs. Deagle before. Who is that actress?
I was just about to cuss. Lady, if you can just wait in line, please.
Oh, you know who that is? That's Polly Holiday.
I don't know who that is.
She was she was in a 70s show called Flo and Alice. Like Alice is her most famous. She was also in Mrs. Doubtfire, but I forgot who she played in Mrs. Doubtfire. It was like a smaller character.
I just watched a movie. I just watched a movie trailer. There's like all these movie trailers on YouTube that people edit to make it seem like a thriller horror movie. Someone made
those are hilarious. Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire was one of them.
Yeah. Someone made a Mrs. Doubtfire horror trailer, and I'm like, you know what? Low key, this is like a horror movie.
That could be, yeah. You know, when they put the music, I was like, oh, that totally could be.
Yeah.
Oh, see, they're about to hatch. Can we just appreciate the music?
Music's okay. I think I like just this design of these cocoons. They look really cool.
Oh no, Gizmo. If I was Gizmo, I'd be running the fuck out of it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. I'd be running the heck out of there.
You could totally curse. It's totally fine. I was about to curse earlier, but I didn't want to have it towards the old lady.
I'd be running so quickly. Kill it with fire.
Oh, of course. The black guy has to die first. Yeah. This man really told his children to give him tickets to the Super Bowl. Ew, what are they watching?
They were watching about rabbits, I think.
What does that have to do with rabbits? I will never forget that day. I think it was high
Which
school, or
day?
maybe it was middle school. It was like health class, and we were watching like this health video about women giving birth. It was the most
Oh, well,
disgusting thing.
I watched the same thing. That was in middle
Yeah,
school, and
that
my
was
gym teacher,
yeah,
my gym teacher paused it when the baby was coming out, and I was like, "Are you
that was
serious?"
disgusting. Never again. Wait, she works at the bank with him? Why wouldn't he just ask her out after work?
Because he wanted to be more intimate.
More intimate?
He's talking to him like he understands. Maybe he does though. These might be smart creatures.
No, if anything, he should expect that thing dead. Is this his first time communicating with it since last night at midnight?
Yes, but no, but
You
also, I
didn't
mean,
feed it, you didn't give it water. Over
but
24 hours, it should be fine.
he went into his cocoon stage and he hatched. What kind of? Oh, it's a Snickers.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Oh no, I would be I would be leaving right now if I heard that scuttling along. Sir, he's not afraid. He's gonna eat you. I would run the other way.
I don't know why he would just wouldn't turn on the lights.
Seriously, yes, turn on the light.
Blood test. You didn't feed it for 24 hours.
I would not put my hand in a dark place like that.
Really? This guy is a pet, for God's sakes, right? He's giving it
He's
chocolate.
being chocolate. Oh, yum, yum. Yum, yum. See, I like when I heard that as a child, like that was so scary. I watched this way too young. I think children under the age of 10 should not watch
I
this.
think this movie, I think these creatures eat anything. I think that's why they respond with yum yum. I don't think there's, again, it's implying that these creatures know what certain foods are. And clearly they don't. Unless these creatures have
Oh no. He died by the shot.
in his ass. Did you see that?
Yes.
In his ass? He died by the shot in his ass.
Oh! See, this is one thing I don't like about Gremlins is they totally did the stereotypical horror movie. They killed the one black character off
Yeah, fuck this
immediately.
movie. But I think this film is implying, and this is just me trying to just deep dive into it. But I think for these gremlin things to eat certain things that they already know is supposed to be edible and supposed to be nutritious, I think maybe these gremlins are similar to elephants in terms of their memory sharing thing they do at birth. Or,
That's an interesting
yeah,
theory. I've never heard that
yeah,
before.
because all these gremlins know certain things, right? They know how to tell time. They know how to rig things, so they know it's over midnight. They know what a candy bar is. They know what chicken is. They know all these things.
How is no one in this school? And the school's dark.
Maybe they live in their projects. I don't know.
Oh! See, how is he? What? How How is he in the cabinet?
Unless there's more.
See, I used to be terrified of gremlins when I was a kid.
Ow. They don't even look scary.
They are terrifying.
Well, maybe I didn't get a good look at it.
But look, okay, this is a very interesting thing. So they kill humans, but they never kill Gizmo. They bully and torture him, but they never fully kill him. I wonder why that is.
Well, it's because it's an animal instincts, right? You see that a long time with the alien movies. Those aliens they kill. Those aliens are not bad people, or they're not people. They're not bad creatures, right? They just do what they have to do to survive, which means they eat humans and they eat other living organisms. But they would never kill their own because that's just not what they do. I think it's the same for these gremlins. Everything that we've seen so far, it's not because they're bad, right? They might be rude, but everything they're doing is so they can keep living. It's an interest for their habitat. Right? You get what I'm saying with that? It's like
I think so.
I mean, it's like if a tiger was in your apartment right now and it ate your roommate, would you call that tiger evil?
No.
Right.
But but if the movie is implying
Look,
that
you see
gremlins
that?
are as smart
You see
as
that? He pulled the power. He knows they know how things work around here, which means they
see,
have to have that memory thing.
right, but if they're that smart and then that means they express emotion, then like they would be smart enough to know that it's wrong to kill humans.
No, that's not true. That's not true. And you know why? And you know why? This was kind of the instance from that Spider-Man movie that I watched the other day, which I didn't really like, but
The new Spider-Man movie?
yeah,
You didn't like it?
I thought it was trash.
Oh
That's just
man,
me
I
though.
loved it.
That's me, though.
I waited 20 years to see it. I was like, I can die a happy woman now.
That's just me though. But it's kind of like it's kind of like what people say about bugs. When someone sees a bug in their house and they're like, "Oh my god, I gotta squish it, I gotta kill it," and they're like,
That's true.
"Hey, that bug has probably been here way before you've been here, right?"
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, okay, I see
Who's
that.
to say gremlins weren't the first living beings on this planet? Like maybe after the
That
dinosaurs,
is true. We don't know how long Mogwai.
and they're just
They don't explain it.
yeah, and they're just taking back what's
It's just
theirs.
kind of ambiguous.
Yeah, they're taking back what's theirs.
No, this scene's really cool because the mom is a badass.
Is she? She suits me as someone who's very passive.
Oh, I hate him. I used to call him. I used to call him the bake gremlin because he was eating cookies. There you go, yum yum. He was terrifying. If I saw that in my kitchen, I would not try to fight that. I would run away immediately.
I think she's better off stabbing it.
So here's Mom is pissed. She's like, "You're breaking my china."
That's so funny. That thing is clearly not throwing the plates.
All right, that's 2 down. She got him with the.
What is that?
I think that's like something for the cookies. Oh no, flea and tick killer.
Wow.
Ew. That microwave scene is disgusting.
Is that why the chicken looked like that earlier on?
Probably. Lady, I would leave the house. Why aren't you leaving the house?
This is so weird.
Forget killing the gremlins. Just leave.
This is so weird. That's a fire hazard.
Well, it is the 80s.
Why would you hang that there? Fireplaces. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, there's still a thing.
That's bullshit. Who turned it on? You see that? You see how smart they are? That was deception.
Oh, I never caught that before. That yeah, he did use the toy for deception. Oh, there's two of them? Hurry up and help your mom.
Yeah, you can.
Why did you run? Did you not have a car?
Yeah, you conservative freak. No.
Are they really that strong to strangle?
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Well, they might. You never know.
I love the sound effects in this movie.
Wow, she has like a really bad battle scar now.
Oof. He just blow his nose on the curtains? That's incredibly rude.
Well,
and now it's out.
Technically,
it's
out. Technically, that was polite. He could have just blew it all over the stuff.
How do you explain to your neighbor, these aliens attacked me? That's why I have scars on my face.
By saying it was an accident. I don't know why he would even describe it as that.
Yeah, my mom was attacked. Can't keep her safe here. Gizmo! Hello? He's like, hello, please help me. I get it, Gizmo. He's at like an invention convention.
No, he's not. This is where he goes to slack off. He's calling his other wife right now. Like that watch. Who paid for that watch? Clearly he didn't.
Sugar mama.
Exactly. He's checking in with his other wife because she wants to know where he's at.
Uh-oh, he went into the YMCA.
That bastard. Not the YMCA.
Not the YMCA. How convenient that the glass broke right there.
Well, he is that tall, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a very interesting movie with interesting lighting. It is 80s.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's kind of... I don't know. It's just like certain 80s movies, especially like 80 horrors. It's kind of like... it's in your face, kind of with its lighting. And some of the lighting is like meant to emphasize on certain characters or whatever.
Oh no, he jumped in the pool.
Wait, they evolve even more than that?
Yeah, you can't. Remember you can't get them wet. That's how they multiply.
So what happened if this movie was like, I don't know, not taking place in Vermont and more like the Sahara Desert?
Then they'd be fucked.
Right. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that would be an awesome pool party. That was kind of
I wouldn't want to go near it with all those gremlins.
Right. That'd be an awesome Halloween pool party.
Oh man.
Oh, that's right. They multiply.
Carla, I literally just said that.
No. I thought, because I was asking him like, oh wait, they evolve even more, or
Oh, evolve. No, they multiply.
Okay, yeah.
Like with the water.
Yeah, that's it. Just multiply.
See, okay, this bugs me in every movie. Why does the police this is another example that the police are just useless. They don't believe anything anyone says.
Oh. Does he even look drunk?
Come here, Gizmo. Now look how many there are.
Oh, look at these effects.
So many.
Look at these effects.
Look at these effects.
It's the Million Man March all over again. What is she doing? Oh, what?
She's getting her decorations ready.
All right, that was fake, right? The fireplace?
What was fake? I don't know.
She just literally just touched the log.
There he goes about the foreign items.
It's not racist though.
No, it's not racist, but it's borderline like.
No, it's not.
It could lead into a.
No, it cannot.
Oh, that's what's his name. I love the wife. She's just so happy, joy lucky, and this guy's just like, what the heck is going on?
She's just happy so she could finally sit in that chair.
I know.
I used to be happy as a little kid when my grandpa got off from his huge chair. I'm like, yeah, now I can sit in it. It's so big.
We didn't have those type of chairs. Now my mama did, and my grandma did, but we didn't have one.
Yeah, my grandpa still has it.
I love the wife. She's just like, what's happening?
Right. They know how to drive. So another thing about these things too, they might be the smartest creatures on the planet.
Because they've only a couple of minutes old and they already know what to drive.
They know what to drive. They know what to do. I think they can just watch people do it, and immediately they know how to do it.
Stop it, make it go away. She's fed up with her husband. They're just creating havoc all over the town.
Wait, did they die?
So actually, you don't see them die.
You never see them again though?
But you never see them again, but you don't actually see them die.
Right, so they died.
No, because maybe in the original script they thought they planned to have them die, but they actually show up again in Gremlins 2.
Oh, okay. That's weird. This movie is rated PG, which is kind of surprising.
This is rated PG?
Yeah.
This should be PG-13.
Oh, this would totally be PG-13 today. 80s movies have. I don't know why they had such leadway, but they do apparently.
See, he's even like messing with electricity. They're so smart.
Look at that. He's figuring it out. He's like, these people are so simple. Why is everything run on electricity? They don't have fusion power here.
You're pissing off Gizmo. Leave him alone.
All right, clearly this is my idea for Gizmo. Wait. I know you've seen this movie, so why don't you tell me? Let's say I'm Billy, right? What would you advise me to do right now to help the city? And you tell me what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna tell you what the right answer is.
Spray him with fire. I don't know.
No, but you've seen a movie. You've seen a movie. You see how they're supposed to
Yeah.
do. So advise me.
Yeah,
What am
no,
I supposed to
I
do?
see how it ends.
Tell me what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna tell you.
I don't understand the question.
So these things are attacking the city. How am I supposed to get rid of them?
By turning on the lights.
Turning on the lights. Okay.
The light, the lights, like that. Okay, that's like one thing. This is like one plot hole in this movie. Like, they can literally die tomorrow when the sun comes up. Where are they gonna go?
They can find somewhere dark. They can go into sewers.
That's true.
And then they could just.
But you turn on the lights and they're like, ah.
Yeah, you could totally. They could just live in the sewers for the rest of their days.
Oh, did you hear him? Deagle.
Deagle? What's that?
That's the old lady's name, Mrs. Deagle.
How would they know that? Again.
No, I mean, they just saw her. They just saw the sign, and he just read it as Deagle.
You see that?
It's a Deagle Real Estate.
He knows the alphabet. He knows vowels. He knows all that. These are the smartest creatures I've ever seen in a movie.
This is so interesting to me that Mrs. Deagle is a cat lady. Usually cat ladies are like perceived as super sweet old ladies, and this lady is like a banshee.
Sweet old ladies. Since when has that been cat people?
I thought isn't that why cat ladies are they're just old and single, but they're sweet?
They're old, single, grumpy, hate men. And they rather have muffins.
This is one of my favorite
muffins.
This is one of my favorite scenes. Here she comes. Here she goes.
Wow, she was gonna pour water on those kids.
I know, they're gonna multiply. He's messing with her chair. Mrs. Deagle, like, oh, the devil has come for me.
I'm sure if hell would have came to earth, I don't know if they would sing Christmas music to you. Anyway, let me tell you what I would do if I was Billy.
Wait, watch this scene. Watch this. What they did to her chair. Holy cow.
If anything, they improved it.
It's Mrs. Deagle.
They improved it. If anything, they just forgot to add the brakes.
My God, that was Mrs. Deagle.
The engineering is impressive by these things.
Oh, there's the Santa Claus. He's getting attacked by gremlins. Now, if that's not the symbolism for a Christmas movie, I don't know what is.
Right.
They explained it. Window up.
Go back to the station. That doesn't make any sense.
Just roll the window up. Just leave him. Just leave Frank by himself. So he'll be fine. Did you ever have that as a kid?
A slingshot?
A slingshot? A slingshot?
Hell no.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
I don't think any black kid had a slingshot growing up. Anyway, let me tell you what I would do if I was Billy, how I would get rid of these things. Clearly, I've seen enough superhero movies, sci-fi movies, to understand that Gizmo is a good guy. Gizmo likes me, right? So I would clearly throw Gizmo in water, but it will be like purified salt water, like healthy water, to make it more stronger than what it is. And I would have Gizmo evolve into those things, but he's like a good guy, and Gizmo turns into a superhero, and he's like fighting crime.
You think that, well, what if that theory doesn't work and it just creates scarier ones?
All right, then we move on to the next plan.
Plan B.
You telling me they don't try that idea?
No, they don't.
What? That seems like the most logical thing to do.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember this part. What is this?
I just loser.
To me, I would panic and I would call in the army. I'd be like, I need the Coast Guard to be here, please.
Yeah, please give me the number to the army. What is the number to the army?
I actually don't know. I don't know. I don't think they give that out to the public.
I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure people will be calling for stupid things for the National Guard.
I mean, because people call 911 for stupid things.
Exactly.
I can only imagine.
Exactly.
He's still trying. He hasn't heard from his family, and he's still trying to sell his inventions.
Right. For like what, $25? Boy, get your ass home and go get a job.
Oh, this is my favorite scene. I love the bar scene.
And she's like serving these people.
She's got to. They're gonna kill her if they don't.
Look how advanced these creatures are.
They learn how to smoke and everything.
No, they totally adapted. They know what she is. She is a bartender. She will serve us.
They don't need. I wonder what they're like getting drunk.
Wait,
like,
how are they not evolving? Like. How are they not evolving?
And it's got to be after midnight. I mean, how are they not cocooning?
Right. Is it just water, like H2O, for them to evolve? Well, no.
Oh, here's the peeper. He's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. You're nasty. But yeah, like, is it only H2O that will help them evolve, or just...
No, because remember when they were fed after midnight?
Oh, that's right. They have to be fed to evolve. But to multiply, they need H2O or any type of liquid substance.
Yeah.
Because beer is that, I guess. So they should, multiply, I guess.
Oh, I love the one with the wig.
Or maybe it's just H2O. But if that's the case, and if it's just H2O, then that original one shouldn't have multiplied when it got thrown into the pool, because that's not H2O.
It's
right.
It's still water.
No. H2O would just be water. H2O plus, what is that stuff they put in pools?
Well, maybe it's just a liquid. Maybe it's supposed to be liquid.
But they should be multiplying right now with all this beer and alcohol.
That's true. Maybe it's a plot hole.
It's not a plot hole. I think their genetic coding of these monsters are evolving faster than what they've ever witnessed before, and they're adapting to what Earth has brought to them. And
here's Flashdance. Here's an homage to Flashdance.
What is a flash?
They have a lot of homages in this movie, I've noticed.
What is a flash dance?
You Flashdance?
Yeah. What is
That's a famous 80s movie.
Flash Dance?
Yeah, Flashdance.
Oh,
Isn't that the name of it?
maybe I should brush up on my 80s movies. I never heard of that.
I thought it was called Flashdance.
No. You mean like Flash Dancing?
It's
Like a type
no,
of,
it was
like a type of
yeah, no, it's called Flashdance.
That's what the movie's called, not like a certain type
That's
of.
literally what the movie is
Oh, okay,
called.
I have no idea what that is.
That's where that scene comes from, where she's like dancing in her leggings. That's the with Gremlins. But have you noticed in this movie, like we're watching it, and how many like other movies they pay tribute to?
What camera takes that big of a flash? Right?
Yeah.
At that point, nobody would smile. No one would have their eyes open.
They'd have to wear sunglasses.
Exactly.
Well, this is the 80s. They're still working out the kinks. This one has a ski mask on. He's just moving. See, even like car lights.
Well, those are UV lights, so that makes sense.
She's like, no, I'm not all right. I would be terrified. I'd be like, let's just drive and get the heck out of here. It's Gizmo.
Nah,
He's a good guy.
you should totally kill him too.
No, not Gizmo.
If he can't evolve to help us stop these things, then he's useless.
They're terrorizing.
Wait, why are they
everything.
leaving the car?
The car wouldn't start.
Oh my god.
I mean, they're basically floating ducks, you know, if they couldn't start the car and they're just in the car.
I love how this is happening to a little small white town, and the only casualty is a black man.
I know. Well, and Mrs. Deagle.
Mrs. Deagle's fine. She's not dead.
She's not going to be missed.
There's no way if that other couple who got hit with a plow is alive and Miss Deagle's not alive.
Well, see, I think that may have been like I think that may have been a rewrite in the script. I think originally they were supposed to die, and then like I don't know why they would bring him back, but maybe that's why they brought him back. Like they brought them back for some reason.
Maybe they're God's children. They're resurrected.
Pay attention to this.
What the fuck? Is she trying to give a life story at this moment in time?
Yes, yes, it's really important. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's snowing right now. Smell. Mm-hmm. What?
Listen.
What? Surprise. I'm sorry. Excuse me for saying this. Well, let me finish. There's no Santa Claus. I'm sorry for saying this. I really apologize. But her father's fucking retarded.
Is that like the most like intense story ever? Like, I mean, I know this is a horror movie, but it's so far kind of lighthearted, and then all of a sudden you hear this like horrifying story, like, oh yeah, my dad died on Christmas when I was a child.
Hey, my cousins love Superman. Maybe I should jump 200 feet in the air and try to fly to surprise them at their birthday party to show them that maybe there is a Superman out there. That had to be one of
That would be like, could you imagine that? That would be my worst nightmare, like getting stuck in a chimney. I'm like, oh my
that
god.
had to be one of the dumbest ways to die ever. Who? What? What? You're that. I'm sorry. One of my biggest pet peeves in movies is have I can't. It's like impossible for me to find sympathy in stupid people. It's impossible for me. I can't. With all the muscle in my
No,
body, I cannot do it.
but it's still sad. I mean, it was a sad
No, cool
story.
story, bro. Your dad is fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I can't.
Carlin.
I cannot. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. No wonder she's single. She tells people this every holiday. Get the fuck out of here. Just when I thought there was hope for her character. Hey,
Oh,
Amy.
this is a good.
Hey, Amy. You drive a car, right?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Your favorite movie is Beverly Hills Cop. So I'm gonna surprise you one day, and I'm gonna put a bunch of banana pills in your gas pipe of your car. And when something happens, we're just gonna laugh at whatever happens to you because it's supposed to be heartwarming and funny, right?
I don't get it.
Well, in Beverly Hills Cop, that was like a joke or a gag they did in the movie. He put like bananas in their pipe of their car, and the car.
No, I've never seen Beverly Hills.
What's the movie you really like?
Uh, Gremlins. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, name a movie you really like.
Well, no, pay attention to the scene because it's like they. This is a good one, but you also like you're like, how do you know this reference? They start singing along. How do they know hi ho?
I'm telling you, these creatures, they see one little thing and they're able to adapt to it. They're able to fully know what's happening. They're probably the fastest culturally advancing living beings this world has ever seen.
Even Gizmo's humming it. Even Gizmo's smart.
Gizmo can barely hear it. I think they're all communicating in some type of mind link.
They could. He's like, they're watching Snow White. It's funny what they can relate to. They're like, ew, humans. But they're like, yes, cartoons.
Anyway, name a Disney movie you really like.
Mulan.
Perfect. Would you one day love to go to like a beautiful snowy mountain and go snowboarding or skiing?
No.
No?
Because I would die.
Okay. Well, would you like to go there just to take pictures? Like Mount Everest.
Sure, yeah.
Mount Everest.
I'll take a picture.
Sure. So let's go to Mount Everest, right? I'm going to pay for us to go to Mount Everest. And then I'm going to surprise you. And I'm say, hey, your favorite Disney movie is Mulan. I brought this huge rocket firecracker. And I'm going to blast it into the mountains because this is like your favorite thing from the movie. And I knew it would really excite you to see it. So I'm going to do that. When an avalanche happens, I don't know what's going to happen to us. I don't know if we're going to die. I don't know if we're going to be okay. But it's going to be cute.
But hey, it's all in good fun, right?
Exactly. I can't get over that stupid story she told. I can't get over that. really can't get over that. I can't believe this man really tried to go into the chimney. A chimney and broke his neck.
You just don't. You should not go into places that are not meant for people to go into.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at all of them.
What happened? Oh, it's the fire, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to just get out.
They would be destroyed. All of them are going after them. And Billy's not helping her? What, buddy, come on.
What is that supposed to do? That should have been knocked down.
Oh, he's trying to blow them up.
How? I would think the sprinklers would just turn on, and then that would literally do the opposite of what he wanted to do.
Well, it is the 80s, so they might not have sprinklers back then.
Jesus Christ. What was that next to? C4?
A gas leak. Oh my gosh. Oh, see, the ringleader wasn't there. Look at Gizmo. Uh-oh. He's the ringleader. He knows he's caught.
Yeah, with the candy.
Oh, shit. My candy bus is a bust.
And my candy bus is a bust. Damn it.
Wasn't the glass already broken?
Exactly. Just going through that way. These white conservatives, I swear.
Strike, yeah. They named him Strike. Turn on the lights.
I don't think water will do anything for him. I think they evolved past that. Because if anything, I think the alcohol would have helped them evolve. Oh, get out of here. Where did this come from?
He's saying, just in case, baby.
Jesus Christ. I would like for anybody.
Oh, look at Gizmo. He's scared.
Can you imagine? I want you to imagine at work a guy you know, right?
Uh-huh.
Guy you don't really know him too well. And he says, I'm going home, but in case I don't come back, Amy, and he tries to kiss you.
Yeah, but this is different because they're in a situation where a gremlin's about to kill them.
You don't know that. Something could be trying to kill him.
That's true. I've always thought it would be so cool to be like in a department store after they close. Could you imagine just going shopping?
Like Baby Geniuses, like that scene.
Yeah. I can't believe that movie was made.
I don't know how that would be fun because everything would be off.
That's true. Or did you ever see that movie with Natalie Portman, Where the Heart Is? Home Where the Heart Is?
Yeah.
And she gets locked in a Walmart and has her baby there.
She lives in a Walmart. She chose to live there.
No, she doesn't live in a Walmart.
She lived there. She lived there for a few days.
No, she didn't. Wait, did she?
She lived there for a few days because she didn't have anywhere to live.
No, her boyfriend just leaves her in the Walmart.
Her boyfriend left her in the parking lot. She chose to go back into Walmart.
Oh, I don't. It's been so long since I've seen that movie. I don't
I
remember.
watch that movie a lot. Yeah, if you go on my Instagram, I have like this like collective of stories I've saved called like movies I love, and I play music over them with like titles. And then Where the Heart is on there, and I'm like playing music over it as she's giving birth in Walmart.
I don't know why, but like movie horror scenes are so much creepier when they have like when the radio turns on.
You mean like when there's music?
No, not like a soundtrack, but like when the music is playing in the movie and something is about to happen.
Oh
Does that make sense?
no.
You know, like just now they started playing Christmas music when the gremlins started terrorizing.
Oh.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. That could break a rib.
What is he doing? Just move to the side. Is
I know. Why is he still there?
that sunlight? Look, it knows how to speak English.
Already.
Who's to say that they didn't create English? They didn't create the language, human language. Because before they even spoke to anyone, they knew how to say yum yum. Oh,
That's like my worst nightmare. I do not want to get into a saw accident.
oh, beat the shit out of that gremlin. With a chainsaw or no chainsaw? Yeah.
How is
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. If he was strong enough to carry it, it shouldn't be holding him off like that.
I love the music in this, and it's so like clashy and chaotic, just like the Gremlins are.
Gun.
See, it's morning now. Do you recognize that scene,
What scene?
Carlin?
For what scene?
You know the scene right now where he's like in the car and the balls are falling on him.
No.
That's from they put that in Toy Story 2.
Oh, is that what
When
that's
they're in the
supposed to be?
when they're in the I don't know if they got it strictly from Gremlins, but they're pretty like similar. They even have the pink car.
Well, that went over my head because I've never seen Gremlins.
Steven knows his name, Billy. Billy. Where did he get that gun?
And how is he not flying back from the power of that gun? But he can fly back when a chainsaw.
He can fly back from the chainsaw. Yeah. Oh no. Uh-oh. Barney's just like, ah.
What the fuck is that dog doing?
Uh-oh. Hurry! Gizmo, hurry! Drive faster!
It wouldn't really matter because it's daylight, so. Nice going, Gizmo.
Gizmo!
You completely missed.
Gizmo! See, sunlight just destroys them.
Doesn't really make much sense.
So they, like, even if those gremlins, they could have just smoked them out into the sun and fried their asses.
Right.
How did the dad know where they would be?
This deadbeat loser. Nice going, Dad. This is all your fault.
That's why the grandpa... That's why the grandpa was like, it's too much of a responsibility.
All right. One last one to kill. You gotta kill Gizmo.
No.
They could have found anybody to be these actors. These actors didn't really bring anything to the movie. What?
He's a skeleton.
How?
He was fried from the sun.
Yeah, but he was still in the water. Don't you eat that.
Ew, that would be awful. I wonder if he eats it, like, would he mutate?
Probably. I think we should let Gizmo roll around in that. And then feed him something after midnight, and he's going to be like a superhero. A super gremlin. And fight bad gremlins for us.
Mass hysteria.
Interesting. So there's like, how many gremlin movies?
2.
Okay, only 2.
The second one is hilarious. It's so ridiculous.
I don't know why I thought there was like 4 or 5 of them. What are they doing? Kill it!
You're still gonna feed it? Oh, Grandpa just let himself in.
What in the hell is he doing here?
Uh-oh. You taught him to watch television. That's the most concerning thing. Not anything else that he turns into a ravaged green alien, but that he watches television.
Well, they are Americans.
Oh. It's time for him to leave.
Time for him to die. What are you doing? Responsibility.
What does the Spider-Man say? With great
powers come great responsibility.
Comes great responsibility. You could reply that to Mogwai. With great power comes great responsibility.
There's nothing power about it. There's no power. There's no given exchange of powers. And who is? You report this old man and kill that thing. Jesus. Okay.
Oh, he's so cute. Barely.
I'm pretty sure Chucky said the same thing. No one thought that was cute.
What's wrong with his eye?
I'm pretty sure Gremlin did that to him.
He probably.
Why? Not like you had any responsibility of this entire thing. Go back to your second family.
How does he even know if this guy smokes and he's giving smokeless ashtray?
A smokeless ashtray? What does that even mean?
Bye.
The men in black are going to have a field day with this.
You gotta do a whole town.
All right, they're going to wipe all their minds.
See, Chinese boy. Oh my god. I love the music.
What an interesting movie.
Okay, what are your final thoughts?
Well, this podcast is about trying to find an appreciation for movies that I never cared to see. So, Gremlins, I think I can appreciate. Well, one, I can 100% appreciate the puppeteer that happens throughout the movie. I thought the puppeteer is pretty cool. Always love seeing lighting in films, even. Okay, I don't know what that technical difficulty was, but my appreciation for the 1984 movie Gremlins, I can always appreciate puppeteer work. I think puppeteer work is really cool. I can always appreciate lighting in pretty much most movies, and since this is a Christmas movie, there's a lot of lights, Christmas lights, a lot of uh, lights pretending to be moonlight with the blue gels on them and stuff. I always love that. I had no idea that Steven Spielberg had his hands in this movie at all. I think he was a producer because this is his company, I believe. Um, yeah, it's just
He directed it.
no, he didn't direct it. He didn't direct it.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought he. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I think he just produced it. But oh, look at this. Oh no! I'm looking at some of the credits, and it said footage from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937 Walt Disney production. So Walt Disney definitely got some money from this movie.
Oh, I mean, I can only imagine because, for some reason, honestly, I don't think, just going back, I see. Okay. Just going back to your thought real quick, Carlin. Steven Spielberg was the producer for the movie. I knew he was somehow involved.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is his company. I think this is the company that got really big because of E.T. And from that movie, he started producing a lot of other stuff like The Land Before Time, Gremlins, and a lot of that stuff. And then when he started making so much more money, then he decided to make DreamWorks and that company. And everyone knows what type of animations have come from that company. So Yeah, Gremlins, what an interesting film. Overall, very fucking stupid, but as a film, this would be really cool. Obviously, it was a fun time watching it with you. Like you could just watch this with friends and family and just laugh at it. And me being super huge to sci-fi, I love that I was just nitpicking and trying to dissect what these creatures are, what capabilities they have with their powers, their limitations, all that stuff. So that was cool. I did not like the characters in this movie. The characters really, the characters are non-existent. It's almost as if there didn't even need to be characters in this movie. It could have just been the dog and the dog witnessing all these gremlins doing things, right?
Right. And no, that would be interesting.
Right. And then yeah, like maybe the family's away on holidays visiting other family and it's just a dog there and whatever. I don't know. But another thing that really bothered me was that female character, the really cute one.
Yeah, why did you get bothered by her?
So the two biggest pet peeves I have in films are, one is children that are only in film just to look cute and they serve no purpose in the plot at all. That really pisses me off. And then another thing is just stupidity in film, to the point where even if a character dies or something happens to the character, it doesn't matter what. If it led to stupidity, the character being stupid, I absolutely cannot have any sympathy for that character. So her trying to share this story about herself, she's completely narcissistic, by the way. Completely narcissistic. At that given time, she wants to share a story about herself to make herself feel like a victim during the holidays. And her story was about her father being a complete dumbass. And I know I'm probably going to sound like a jerk for saying all this stuff, but how stupid do you have to be to do that? To die from that? That is absolutely crazy.
Well, it was completely preventable for sure. I mean, he didn't have to go into
By
the.
having common sense, you don't have to come from a fucking chimney to let
Yeah,
your
that's
kids
true.
believe in Santa.
That's true.
You could just easily put the presents under the tree when they're asleep. That's what we all do. So just having fun with this. Let's say he did come from the chimney, right? Let's say he did come from the chimney. He didn't die. He came from the chimney. He has the gifts in his possessions. Did he want his kids to see him do that? Were his kids
That
supposed
could
to see it, or was he just doing it so he can come from the chimney and then hide the gifts under the bed or under the tree and then leave? Am I making
that would make a lot that wouldn't make any sense if he wasn't trying to put on a show because it's like
exactly?
you could have just.
So if that was the case, then they should have. She said she knew there was something on her chimney, right? When something happened, I
Right.
think so. I think she said we heard a noise and then we thought it was nothing. So they just never bothered with that. And listen, it's just stupidity to the max with that. I,
Right.
I I just can't. I have no sympathy for that. So she was obviously the worst character because of that whole thing, and then all the other characters are completely non-existent in this movie. All these actors didn't bring a damn thing to the table when making this.
But I think it's just supposed to be such a silly movie. I mean, how much substance could there be?
There can be a lot of substance. I mean, clearly there are kids who watch this movie and they never had this movie uh, leave their mind. Some of these kids, it brought probably horrible fears for them growing up and all this stuff, right? So at that point, there is substance in this movie. There are a lot of themes in this movie, like in the beginning when she was talking about depression, suicide rates, and the Christmas or holiday holidays and how veterans. She was low key saying that veteran awareness, suicide from veterans is very high in the 80s from like the Vietnam War and all that stuff.
Right.
But it was just barely talked about. We didn't really see that. We didn't really see that
Right.
guy who I would imagine is a veteran. We don't really see him go through depression. He seemed like he was pretty happy. So it made me
Right.
think maybe she's delusional when thinking this. Maybe she found her father's body in her own house and it maybe did something to her psyche that she refused to believe that nobody in this world is truly happy and she thinks everyone is just as depressed as her.
That would be an interesting take. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that maybe that's why we never see her smile at work. She's
Mm-hmm.
looking at every single customer thinking, I know you're just as depressed as me. I know you're just as sad as me. And I know you want to die. Probably like how she wants to die.
That would be a very interesting take. That's a very interesting
And I
take.
think it would have made more sense for her to let these gremlins do what they do and not try to stop them because it's bringing everyone misery and misery loves happiness. So it would make sense she would be like the mother of the gremlins trying to make sure they can coexist. And then maybe at the end of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
she ends up dying along with the last gremlin
Right.
because the bitch is crazy and she shouldn't live.
That would have been an interesting take.
It would have been a way more interesting movie than what we just saw. But there are things I can definitely appreciate in this film. Um, yeah, the gremlins acting like gremlins with movie references, pretending to smoke and drink. That's funny to see and all that stuff. But there is a lot of substance in this film, and people have to acknowledge that not everything that when someone says there's no substance in a film or there is substance in a film, it doesn't mean it has to be something profound and something life changing. You can easily find something. You can easily find substance in what's a really dumb movie. You remember that movie? Not Another Teen Movie. Remember that movie?
Kind of.
There's
I, you
substance in that
know,
movie, even stuff like that. So that's my take on Gremlins. I can talk about this film for days, but yeah, that's just my take. What do you think about it?
about the Gremlins or not another teen.
No, about Gremlins, Amy.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a nostalgia for me because like I grew up watching it. Like it's always been a Christmas tradition to watch it on either like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Mm.
I just take it as like a fun, ridiculous film. And I agree. I love the puppetry. You're right. I will admit though, I mean it does have its faults. Like there's not a lot of character substance. Um and maybe they could have gone in a different direction with the plot and like how the gremlins like evolved and like what they did to the town and but it was just like but for what it is, like I just think it was like a fun like cheesy horror movie from the 80s, like it's a B movie I would call it. And so I definitely think it's watchable more times than one.
I'm only going to be watching this movie for the one time.
Well, see, I watched it with you. I watched it with you right before Christmas, so this is it for the year.
Yeah, I'll be living a pretty blessed life if this is the only time I can watch this movie for the rest of my life.
Well, now you got to watch Gremlins 2 and see how ridiculous it is.
What is Gremlins 2 called? Is it just
Oh
Gremlins 2?
my, no, that's what it's called, Gremlins
Oh, I thought it
2.
was like Gremlins 2, Gremlins in New York.
Well, it's called Gremlins 2, the new batch.
New batch. Get the fuck out of here.
It's hilarious. It's such it's a spoof. It's so cheesy. Like they like Gremlins was supposed to be, I feel like, a horror movie that would turn into be cheesy. Like people saw it as cheesy, but it wasn't meant to be that way. Whereas Gremlins 2 is intentionally over the top cheesy.
Mm, Yeah,
You have to watch it at least once.
no, I'm okay on that. But well, the only time I will watch it will be on the podcast
Oh, yeah, I definitely plan on being a special guest that night.
yeah, I only watch films I don't care about on here. But yeah, what an interesting film. I'm a little depressed that they couldn't find a better way to utilize that female character to have her be more psychotic than she actually is. I feel like I don't know how people can write stuff like this and not understand that hey, this character is fucking crazy. She wants to kill everybody. I can feel it.
She's
Like I can feel that.
she is pretty
Like
angry.
why like look at her. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She looks healthy, right? And she's always alone. Figure that out why she's always alone. She's like the female version of like Ted Bundy, right?
Right. Well, I guess so. I mean, I just feel like she's very
It's
antisocial.
not antisocial. A lot of people who are antisocial can't communicate well. She can communicate better than anybody in the town.
That's true. She's very, oh, she could be a sociopath.
She is a sociopath, and she's narcissistic. She's egotistic, and I secretly think she's a pervert too. I, I can't
You
prove
really don't like this
I can't prove that
character.
last part, but I think she is. I think she was slightly attracted to the Gremlins, which makes her a little bit something
No.
more.
All right, we're going off key here.
Yeah, but it makes sense though. It makes sense. I don't know. And one last final thing I will say is I can't believe the black dude died. I can't believe that.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is one of the biggest criticism I have about this movie is that they totally played into the stereotypical horror um the one black character dies.
Also, how are girls crushing on this Billy character? His eyebrows are as thick as a forest.
He's so cute. Don't come for Billy. He's so cute.
Wait a second. How many jobs does she have? I'm like skimming through the movie a little bit. She's like a bartender
Yeah, she's a bartender and a
and she works at the bank. I think she got a second job so she can watch people and see what they do and try to analyze them herself to see how depressed they are. I think she gets off on that. I think that's the only thing that's keeping her going, watching people. Right?
maybe. I mean, it's a really far. I mean, I would be interested to know if other people feel the same way about this character.
Yeah, I want to watch this. I want to talk about this movie with someone else who's really really big on this movie.
Well, you're talking to someone who's really
I
big on
know,
this
and I'm
movie.
loving this conversation, but I want to talk to someone else as well. This,
Right. It would be, yeah, it would be interesting to hear other perceptions of this movie because I am a big fan, but I've never met someone who I guess is as big of a fan or like I would like to see because I would like to hear someone who has theories and stuff.
Gizmo is also probably the antagonist of the film. I think he gets away from just being cute, right? But who knows how many incidents has happened across the world throughout the history of the world with these things happening, right? Maybe once every blue moon or whatever, but they still happen, and they happen all because of Gizmo, right? Those things wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for Gizmo,
That's
which
true.
means it's gonna
But
happen again.
really the dad should have never taken Gizmo away.
Wait, so he stole it in the beginning of the movie?
Well, he didn't. Well, I get because the grandfather didn't want to give it to him, but the grandson went behind his back and was like, "Here, I'll sell it to you."
Oh, well, you know what? I just realized there's an Indiana Jones reference in this movie. I totally missed that.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't see
Yeah,
that? Yeah, that was in the
Rockin'
beginning.
Ricky Ritia, whatever. Fuck out of here, Spielberg. Yeah, what an interesting movie. Definitely an interesting Christmas movie. Oh, there she is again. One of the executive producers, Kathleen Kennedy.
Isn't she the producer for Disney now?
She is I think she's in charge of Lucasfilms now. So she's pretty much main produce all those new Star Wars films. Every
Oh.
single one of them, which I absolutely hate.
Oh, I know she ruined Star Wars.
I hate them all.
You don't even like the Force Awakens?
No. The Force Awakens was just a movie, right? I feel like they really played that one safe. It's just a movie. That one didn't age well. Although I do love Rey's character. That's the only thing I really like from this new Star Wars. I love her character. I hate that she's a Mary Sue, but those first 15 minutes of her character being introduced in Force Awakens, I absolutely love it, and I still think about it to this day. Everything else, I bang my head against the wall every time I see it.
Oh, I know. I can't watch. I didn't even watch the third movie.
Yeah, I saw the third one in theaters with some friends too. Oh my god,
I
really
didn't
hate
watch.
that.
Yeah, I just couldn't watch it. I still haven't watched it. I refuse
I
to.
fell out of love with Star Wars a little bit that day. Sad stuff. Look at her. See, I'm skimming again, and then the dog bit the lady, right? Everyone's like tense. Everyone's super tense. Everyone has anxiety right now, right? And guess who's the most calmest person in the room with all this happening? She is. And
The
she's
sociopath.
looking at everyone being tense. She's like shaking a little bit. I think she's really getting off from this. She's a monster. You know what? She would have been like this new hybrid of like Hannibal Lecter. But of course, I can't prove any of this. But okay, that is the podcast. I will not keep ranting on. Or maybe I will, because later tonight I'm planning on watching the 007 movie as well. Time to Die, or A Time to Die. I'm not sure what the title's called. You said you've seen that movie too, right?
Which one?
The newest James Bond movie, A Time to Die.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. That just told me
Sorry, that
everything
is
I need to know.
frustration. That is
That
frustration.
told me everything I need to know.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. Well, Amy, thank you again for joining me on this podcast episode. This episode is going to come out in T-minus 6 hours.
Thank you for having me on. It was a blast. I'm glad that someone wanted to watch Gremlins with me.
Well,
It's a really fun movie to watch with someone.
I asked 50 other people and they all said no, so you're the last result of that.
Thank you.
That was a joke. Yeah, but again, thank you for coming along. Any final words?
Whatever you do, don't feed your gremlin after midnight or get them wet or expose them to bright light.
Or so don't expose them to bright light?
Or not gremlin, mogwai.
Wait a second. So the gremlin is the evil thing, right?
Yeah, the mogwai's the cutie.
Okay. What a stupid pet. Why would I have something I can't feed nor get wet? That's stupid. But all right. Anyway, that is the podcast, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, victory or Death Starfighters.